Hello, and welcome to Rudedog's Review. For those of you who are not familiar with this video, it's Lincoln Land ABATE's way of reviewing the previous month's chapter meeting and hit on the highlights. But if you want to know the full detail, you need to come to the meetings. This will be for the March 18th meeting. We are working in conjunction with the Springfield Police Department on a distracted driving event, and hopefully we'll have signs made up. And here's an example of one. It has a slogan on one side that says "Don't text and drive," and we have several other slogans that we'll be using. And on the other side, it'll have a "Look for Motorcycle" sign, and those will be uh, given to our sponsors after this event. And that way, they're not collecting dust in a shed somewhere and they're being put to use. The next thing we've got going is we've been working on a business card for the chapter. We've always said over the years that if we were ever stuck in an elevator for just 30 seconds, how do we get the word out about ABATE? So we came up with creating a business card, two-sided business card, and I enlarged that for your convenience. And what it is it's information about when, where, and all the information of how to get a hold of us and come to our meetings on one side, and on the other side it has our address and it has a QR code that we've recently come up with. Now, this QR code is an easy way it takes us to a Square site, and you can actually sign up for Lincoln Land ABATE through this QR code. And also, online, you can take and sign up for future events. One of those being our Freedom Fest that's coming up here in the near future. I'll discuss that in a little bit. But you can scan this and reserve your spot and buy your tickets online. So this has been very useful for us. So we appreciate the efforts in making that. And then last but least, on another effort that we're doing is we come up with a sign that we're going to have yard sign size and material made for our membership booth. And it's an easy way, again, using this QR code to sign up for Lincoln Land ABATE. We also made one of these for the state, but it's only digital form like that. But for us, we're making signs for our membership table. All right. Moving on, our meeting after the meeting has been very successful. Our last one out at Motorheads was attended by 24 people. Very, very well attended. Appreciate that very much. These are the Saturday after our chapter meeting. We meet at Motorheads at 11 o'clock, and it's just a way of camaraderie and discussion on possible future events for ABATE. Not all the discussion is about ABATE, but if it is, it's possible we'll come up with some ideas and plans for future events. Also, at the April meeting, for those of you who are veterans, we have a Mrs. Kathy Fagan, and she's with the Military Readiness Specialist with the Illinois Army National Guard, and she's wanting to speak to all the veterans at our April meeting. And from what I understand, if I'm not mistaken, if you are looking for something, a resource, I think she can steer you in the right direction. I believe that's what she said that her job is. But she's wanting to speak to all the veterans. So if you are a veteran, make sure you show up for the April meeting. Now, I'm going to go over some of our upcoming events, and I'll do this fairly quickly, but you can always rewind the magic of video if you miss something. So Sunday, April 11th is our swap meet at the state level. And that used to be in our backyard here at the Springfield Fairgrounds, but this year it has been moved to the Peoria, Illinois area. And that'll be at the Illinois Expo Gardens and in Peoria, and that's located at 1601 West Northmore Road, and that'll be the youth building. This has always been in our backyard, and unfortunately, due to COVID and the state of Illinois, we had to move it this year. So please make efforts to attend that. Even though it's up in Peoria, we still need the efforts to make that a well-tended event. On Wednesday, April 14th, is our state legislative day, and that'll be at the State House Inn here in Springfield. And if you can, please be there 8 a.m. to help out. That'll be an all-day event and runs into the evening with festivities afterwards. But we are actually going to try one of the first of a virtual effort to speak to our uh, legislators because of the COVID. We're not able to go into the state capitol, so we'll be doing a virtual effort for that. We're going to be looked at by many institutions on how successful this is. We're one of the only grassroots organizations that's speaking to their legislators this year. So there's other entities that are going to be watching us and see how successful we are. So let's please be there and make that successful event as well. On Saturday, April 17th, will be the Hippie Run. Sign up is at Dockers at 11:30 and kickstands up at 12:30. That will end at the VFW on Stockyard Road. On Sunday, April 18th, the Justin Heath Memorial Run. Meet at 10 o'clock and kickstands up at 11. And that'll be on Memphis Drive, which is due east behind the Lowe's and the Honda dealership. Some of you may know that as Wheelie Road, so be there at 10 o'clock and leave at 11. On Friday, April 30th, the Summer Thunder Tour kicks off at Hall's Harley-Davidson. That starts at 6 and the drawing is at 8. Lincoln Land chapter is looking for a couple volunteers to run a membership booth at that event. Please make an effort to volunteer for that. We need to sign up some new members this year, so if you will, please get a hold of us. Wednesday, May 12th, the Rumble Around the Lake kickoff starts, and that'll be at the Sunset Inn, and that'll be from 6 to 9. So make sure you attend that. Last but least on the events, Friday, April 30th through Sunday, May 2nd will be the Freedom Fest. This is a joint effort between Lincoln Land chapters and Midstate chapter for a party that used to be the pre-party to our Freedom Rally. So this is going to be held in Taylorville at the Christian County Fairgrounds. It's a very cheap evening with good entertainment and a fun time with your fellow brothers and sisters. So please make sure that you check out our Square site and you can sign up for this and be a part of it. On Sunday, May 2nd, we will leave from there as a group and we come into Springfield on May 2nd and end up at the IDOT parking lot at the south end. And we will roll from there and end up at the Capitol building, downtown Springfield. And we'll meet behind there for speeches and words from possible legislators that we may have lined up for that. But this is our time to shine and be a part of this and show our legislators, the state and the city and everyone that we show up in force. So please be there for that. If you can't make the Freedom Fest, please make an effort to be at the Freedom Rally on Sunday, May 2nd. I believe that we will probably roll out of there about 1, but don't take that to heart. Be there early if you would, and make a day of that. And that should be all that I have. Oh, at the Freedom Rally, that is an opportunity for you to actually, if you're a part of Bears for Buddies, that's when you bring a stuffed bear for the Illinois State Police. They're collected there, and they're for children that's been involved in an accident that their parents may have had, and it calms and settles them down. So if you have those, please bring them to the Freedom Rally on 2nd. All right. The only thing else I have to say is next meeting will be Thursday, April 15th, and that'll be at the VFW on Stockyard Road, social hour at 6, and the meeting at 7. And then meeting after the meeting will be Saturday, April 17th at Motorheads at 11 for some camaraderie and conversation. All right, thank you very much. Ride safe and have a great day.